Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today's adventure is a hilltop mossy forest tent camping adventure, and as you guys can see, we are in this beautiful moss covered forest, elevated with a stunning view of a lake, and this is going to be beautiful if we get a sunset tonight. Now, the bugs are crazy. Not a problem today because there are no burn restrictions, which means we can light a fire right now. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. So I want to gather up some of these granite stones loose kind of around the forest, 4 or 5 or 6, build a little fire pit, get some twigs in there, and get some smoke rolling right away. All right, guys, hot cup of coffee, beautiful small campfire, and no bugs. I gotta say, having a campfire totally changes everything while summer camping. Early spring, summer are notorious for black flies in my area, and they are relentless. I do actually have a thermocell in the background burning, and I did bring a mosquito coil with me as well. But a campfire is by far the best way to get rid of the bugs. There's still some buzzing around, but that campfire, once it smokes up, really just gets rid of them real quick. So, sitting down on this beautifully soft bed of bright, lush green moss is absolutely incredible in front of the campfire. I'm elevated. I got a stunning, spectacular view of this lake, and it's awesome being elevated, looking kind of down on it, seeing the treetops across, looking off in the distance, some clouds rolling in. Hopefully, fingers crossed, I get that sunset that I'm looking for. If not, I'll be happy because it's still going to be moody and dramatic. I'll be right here, nice and warm, comfortable bed over here, and hot cup of coffee. So cheers, guys. Let's enjoy this and continue on the day. Come on. Alright, guys, collected a little bit more firewood. The smoke is kind of bothering Boomer. He wants to get closer. He's sniffing at some of the food. He doesn't know what's going on. So one thing I want to mention right now, you guys will see this moss is slowly catching fire. I've been waiting for this to happen. And this is often considered the dangerous part of having a fire like this. I'm actually on top of a big rock. So I don't encourage anybody to have a fire like this, but if you're going to, at least know what you're doing. Now, if I were to walk away from the campsite and that were to happen, that could be dangerous. Mind you, it's only going to burn up to the portion of the moss that is not close to the fire most of the time, because this is drying out at a rapid rate. This stuff still has quite a bit of moisture in it. It doesn't want to burn, but it can. The bonus is, it's only going to do it one time. After that little flare up, it won't do it again because it's already been burned. So that is the important thing of having rocks, as I do, and being extremely cautious. I'm only going to be having a very, very small fire. I've got water on hand. I'm right next to the lake. If anything should happen, I can act fast and take care of that. So there are a couple things to be mindful if you're going to have a fire in this kind of situation. And honestly, I really recommend you don't. The reason why I'm doing it is because, one, there's bugs. Two, I need the heat and the fire for cooking. And three, like I said, there's a big piece of bedrock underneath of this that it's really not going to burn. There's soil under here. If I dig down, it's really quickly uprooted. And Nova Scotia here where I live is all basically granite bedrock. All these little humps in the woods, they look like little hills. They're not. They're actually gigantic pieces of glacier rock. So, a couple things there to note. I am not going to be leaving the campsite because of that specifically. That's the reason why I didn't bring a fishing rod on this trip. So, let's enjoy this coffee a little bit longer and then get started on supper because evening is quickly approaching. And by the looks of it, we might actually get lucky and get a bit of rain because there's some thunder off in the distance and there is no more sunshine. So cheers, guys. Let's finish up this coffee. Alright guys, with afternoon kind of over with and evening approaching, it is going to be time to get prepped for some dinner. What I have with me is some fresh pasta stuffed with spinach. And I brought some of these dried mushrooms. So in this bag I have some naan bread and some dried mushrooms. The dried mushrooms have to basically come back to life. So I've got to soak these in a little bit of water in the pot, get it next to some heat, and once they're almost ready, then I'm going to add my fresh pasta because that only takes a few moments to cook. And basically, we should be able to enjoy a nice hot meal with some pasta, some sauce, some mushrooms, a little bit of naan bread for dipping, and just relax to this beautiful lake view and this crackling campfire. Alright guys, nightfall's quickly approaching, supper's all done. Absolutely delicious meal, super stuffed, and very, very comfortable sitting up here, knowing that I don't have any more work to do. I just collected a little bit more firewood, not a whole lot. There's loads right around the tent area, so just going to be having a very, very small fire. This little guy keeps stealing the firewood, and did you bring this piece back? Or is that just to tease me with? That's what I thought. Oh, I can have it? No? He keeps bringing the wood back, taking it away. Coming back, taking it away. So, he's going to do his thing. I think he wants me to throw it. You want me to throw that? You want to fight? Let me see it. 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 You ready? Are you ready? Go get it. He's like a jackrabbit. Boing, boing, boing through the woods. So very, very peaceful. Absolutely quiet out here. Absolutely silent. You found your stick? You found it? So we are going to enjoy this campfire. What are you doing? So we're going to enjoy this campfire. Boomer's clearly not ready to settle down. He's been napping all afternoon after our hike in. And now he's finally awake and ready to play, which is great because then he'll be tired out for bedtime. So nightfall, hopefully we'll get some loons out on this lake. Pretty common around my area where loons in the middle of the night will just start calling to each other, and it is the most incredible sound when you're lake camping right on the shore of a lake. Beautiful. So I've got a little bit more of my brew left. Like I said, did a little bit more collection of firewood. Nice cozy campfire. Everything is cleaned up. We're ready to relax, guys. Alright guys, nightfall is finally here. Boomer and I are going to be jumping inside of the tent right now. And if you guys can hear those spring peepers, very, very loud. That's the beauty with camping next to a lake, is you get all kinds of sounds. We did hear some loons out across the lake very far away. A couple ducks, loons, frogs, all kinds of things. So it's going to be time to crawl in. We'll let this guy in there first. Come on. And I've got to make sure the campfire is totally out before I climb in, which will be in probably about 10 minutes. I'm going to douse some water on it. Still burning a little bit, but that'll give him time to get settled, to get comfortable in there. And then I'm going to be doing the exact same thing. Get these boots off, get these wet, nasty socks off, get changed into something a little bit more comfortable, and relax to the sounds. Incredible. Very loud frogs. Thousands. So this is probably going to be it for this evening. Douse out the fire. I'll see you guys in the morning for coffee. Good morning, everybody. It is a beautiful, windy, wet, and rainy morning out here up on this elevated hillside. Yes, I am exposed to this beautiful view, but you know what? If you can't handle this type of lifestyle, you don't belong out here. Plain and simple, you gotta take the suck with the awesome, you know? You gotta enjoy the elements, you gotta get wet to feel the rain. And that's exactly what we're doing today. We are in the zone. We are up in this beautiful, beautiful, breathtaking area with a stunning view. And this is nature. This is as good as it gets. Not that sunshine day, not those calm, picturesque days that you always see in magazines. These are the days right here that always matter. You can really appreciate the fire. There's no bugs. It's nice and damp and wet and earthy. Coffee steaming. Doesn't get much better than this. Oh yeah. So last night, the winds picked up. The rain started coming in sheets. It came in a little bit of a rainstorm and then stopped, and then came back in and stopped. And it did that probably off and on about 6 times over the course of 2 hours. And then it just started coming in with windy, spitting rain like it is right now. And I mean, it is windy up here. You guys can see this fire is just taking a ride, which is great because it's keeping my coffee nice and warm up on the stump. Boomer's inside. He's in the cave, hiding away. It's interesting with Boomer because a lot of people think that I have to shelter him away because he'll get cold. Honestly, I'm constantly chasing after him to get him into a dry space. If I didn't put him back in the tent 5 times, he would be out here right now, sitting on a mossy perch, staring into the rain, dripping beard, soaking wet, shivering, looking back at me every 5 seconds to see if I'm still there. He's a trooper. So he's inside, staying dry, and the reason why I've got him in there is because we're gonna have to hike out of here in this rain. Now, it's not too bad. We're both used to it, but I didn't bring his rain jacket. I didn't bring my rain jacket. I'm just wearing a down puff jacket. So I'm gonna have to carry him a lot of the way just to keep him nice and warm, but it's through the forest, so it's not exposed. So it really won't be that bad. We're just gonna kick back, relax, enjoy this campfire in the morning. Beautiful heat. Much needed, absolutely much needed. Sleep last night was incredible, I will say that. That canvas tent is both waterproof and breathable, which is the reason why I brought it. I figured it was going to be in a damp, wet environment, and sure enough, I was right. So, good morning, everybody. Cheers, cup of coffee. Let's enjoy this for a few moments and then start to pack up. All right, guys, I've got everything packed up inside the bag. I just got to stick around for another moment or two just to make sure this fire is totally extinguished. And it's going to be time to hit the trail. Let me know down in the comment section what you guys thought about this adventure. This area is beautiful. I had a really great time, and food was absolutely delicious. Until next time, guys, peace out. I'll see you in the next episode.